What's up everyone, Speedy here. In this 1v1 video, we're going to be doing 2 live games as well as 1 replay review. So let's get right into it. Here we are in game number 1. Pretty straightforward shot. There we go. Not bad start. But it's just I took time there. It was a really bad challenge. Plus he's also turning like out of the way, opposite side, so. Let him make the mistake. Respect that they're going to try to do something, and just at that point, let him make the mistake. Just take your time. It's just for awareness. And Speedy. Better than that. No bump? Okay. Fair. Grab this pad. Drive challenge. Nice. Good shot pressure. So yeah, just being like by being patient here, just waiting. This way back to my corner. She's not going to go there. He sees me jumping. Pretty bad speed flip actually. Nice. That was well played. It's good volley play. Just keep that pressure. 3-1, 3-1-1. Just too committal there. Genuinely thought actually I was going to beat him there, but they've just played it smart. A goofy play. There you don't even have to flip. Honestly, it's just better not to flip. It's a really bad side flip. Just didn't have to go. I'm putting myself in the worst positions, man. I really need to remember, like, what is that? Like, what is that going to accomplish? Just forgot how to speed flip, apparently. That was such a like great defended play because I just did not care that he was going to try to be over aggressive there, and I was just going to be like focus on just playing the right ball. We'll take a win. Here we are in game number 2. Nice. Good aggression. Okay. It's the shit that'll tilt me. It's fucking flipping that way. Better. Good bump. The actual level of control needed for that entire play is insane. To just stay calm and not overhit it. Not like go crazy with it. That's unfortunate misflip. Been there before. Nice, good positioning. Pretty obvious air dribble. Plus he didn't even have to make a touch there. That's insane aggression, and it actually rewards him. That's wild. I gave him the space to do that because I get for boost, bro. Why am I so garbage at this fucking game, man? Of course he's gonna go for that. And now either way. Push that through. Better. Nice job, buddy. Being a little too aggressive for your own good. Come on. GG. Here we are in the replay portion of the video. And this was definitely a rough start. Definitely made a lot of misplays. Starting things off here, just... this is actually what's funny. This is against a dude who I just played in game 2. Same guy. Changed his car and then changed his playstyle apparently because he changed the way he played. A lot. His whole movement and everything in the first like minute or two in the game. I was way faster. It's a bad challenge. Besides the outcome, this is just a bad challenge. It's obvious that I'm going to be coming across here, so he's playing this from his side, from the hard side here. This isn't gonna score, and I need to recognize that this isn't gonna score. This is a pretty poor mistake here. That's why that happens the way it did. Is because he's on this opposite side here. I can try to push as much as I want, but the only way this ball is going to go is this way. So it's where it went. Sometimes in order to really truly learn something, you need to get punished by it. And this is kind of like one of those situations where this is a mistake that immediately gets me punished and lesson learned. Here, unfortunately, just kind of got lacking here, just taking too much time. Opponent did a good job kind of seeing the bump early. I misread this. I thought they were going to go high. They actually played this lateral or very longitudinally, which is actually smart. They just played this very like across like this instead of like up. And because of that, they were able to get a lot more speed to it. Something I've also been trying to work on as of the past, like, really the past week. Hopefully you kind of see what I mean. Is I've been spending a lot more time trying to improve my kickoffs, specifically how quickly I get to the first speed flip. Pretty rough challenge here though. Just overcommit here. It puts me in a bad spot here. Gonna play this better all around, really. Like here, once I see that it's gonna be bouncing, I need to not be flipping. I need to kind of just like think a little bit further ahead, see the bounce. I understand trying to dodge the touch there, but committing this hard for the bump when I could have easily gone here, like going all the way here, inward, and then into out, cover this, would have been totally savable. Absolutely no problem. This would have been a much easier save in this situation. But because I was putting myself behind the play, trying to go out to in, made this a lot harder. This is the point in the game where I start playing better. There's after this kickoff here, kind of just seeing how the opponent's going to play it. They don't really get a good touch off the 50. They get a 50, but it's not great. That's fine. Here, I just grab this boost, put myself in a good spot. And just taking time, trying to be patient here, trying to play the 50s. It's good 50 here, and then going into the corner play, just a good touch. Then just waiting for the opponent to make their play. Opponent gets awkward, and then I do a good job of catching their awkward touch, which is actually what's kind of nice there, is essentially making the catch from that. So that's pretty well done. Here, just rip the shot. Once the opponent misses there, I see the opportunity open up, so I just immediately, you have to shoot it. You just have to like take the shot immediately or go for a different type of play. But if you go for the different type of play, recognize there's not a lot of opportunities to score from that. Here, this is nice. Here, just kind of taking time, making this awkward. Opponent just can't really get there. He's playing it from his perspective. He's playing this like really weirdly. Like, you can see how he's trying to play front post, but he's in the backboard. You see how like awkward the flip is from the backboard? That's what makes it a lot harder. Being grounded there would have been better. Also, potentially like being in his position, being like instead of here, trying to cut earlier, not worry about that boost, but trying to cut here and then meet me with momentum to this play would have been easier. That would have probably put him in a slightly better spot, is my understanding so far. But if he's going to be like front post, at least be on the ground so he has an easier time getting to the ball and being able to shadow, because then he can hit it across. That's like the other way to go about it, but the way he goes off the wall there is just awkward. You can tell like the flip direction wasn't correct, and that's what made him awkward. At this point, tied the game back up, now we have a game. So I'm like, okay, now I've really just got to keep that pressure on. Once I made that pretty rough start, and I went from down 3 and immediately just threw the pressure all the way back into his side of the game. And here, just take time, recognize he's going to go. Of course, what you want to do is just take your time, see that the opponent's going to be like essentially hyper aggro. See, just, and then he goes, but you have to see from his perspective, look at the position that he's 50ing it. He's 50ing it from the left side of the ball here, and I'm 50ing it on the soft side here with momentum to the left, specifically intended to do that. That's my goal there. And so when I see him do that, that's what gives me a good spot, and he's nowhere to be able to like recover in time for that, which is why I get that free goal. You can see like the timing there, just getting faster with the speed flips. Here, just take time. Don't have to rush this, don't have to do anything like crazy. This is a good challenge from the opponent, honestly. This is definitely a good challenge. Opponent makes a big mistake here. And here I dodge the bump, and then I immediately like, okay, safely just bring it to the goal. Take the freebie. Opponent does get a goal coming up here. That was a little frustrating because I just made a dumb mistake. And at that point, I'm like, okay, well, just gotta stay on top of it. Yeah, it's coming up after this. He gets a really good boom, and I just put myself in a bad spot. Rotationally speaking, it was just bad. Honestly, put myself in a bad spot because I overcommitted to the corner. And at this point, the opponent has an opportunity for a good boom, and this is just like a really good boom. Like, in fairness, this is a fantastic play from the opponent. Just a really, really, really good, like, off-the-wall, just big boom. Like, here, I honestly need to consider rotating through this pad lane. It's happened to me before that I've been in between this pad lane trying to take a direct hit, or, like, a direct, like, position here for this, but honestly, if I just simply go from here and just go straight, that's pad, 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 and I'm already in a position where I could cover and potentially go ready to get up in the air and cover his second touch there. Again, positioning is everything in this game. And the one that positions better, the one that is aware of the overall flow of the game better, is usually the one that's going to play better. Not good recovery. It was really key here that I just did not go for a shot because I knew it wasn't going to go in no matter what I did. Like, you could try to get a god hit, it's just not going to go in. But by taking the boost, even if he has plenty of boost, as you can see here, if I didn't know that, trying to starve him and make it harder for him is what you want. It'll just take time. Opponent gets a poor challenge here. You can see from his perspective here. Like, he's challenging behind the play without momentum. That's why it goes that way. If I got more power, I actually could have gotten a goal there because he was AFK for a moment. I didn't realize that. Just waiting for the touch there. He gets a kind of awkward touch there, and it works. It's a good bump there. Unfortunately, I just kind of made a mistake slowing down as much as I did. Here, I come across because I'm trying to stay on the same side. And kind of, this time I end up going out to in. It works. It's dangerous because going out to in a situation where the ball is going towards your goal side is sketchy. But still okay. I mean, it works, but just be careful about it. And he ends up rage quitting at this point here. But a lot of lessons to learn from this game. And really all of these games. Just need to be more consistent about the way I'm continuing to push and improve. I need to be more consistent about my challenges. Today with my coaching friend and very, very awesome dude that helped me a lot. One of the things that he discussed with me is improving how I go about my challenges and also the different types of situations where challenging can improve. So that's something that he and I went over today. One of the things that I want to make sure that I do improve as well is just the setup towards the 50, because there are a lot of situations like the very, very first goal of the game where this happens a lot, and I guarantee this is something that happens in your games as well, is these poor 50-50s. We do player view, where I'm coming in like this, and the opponent does, or even you do a good job of being aware of this position here, of where your car is in relation to the ball, in relation to the other person. You can see that this is only because we're both on the soft side here. This is going to, like, for him, this is the hard side. For me, this is a soft side. So I'm going to end up pinching it, and it's going to pinch like that, which is why it pinches that way. If I want that to be a harder pinch, or at least a harder touch or a kill, if I'm really that serious about challenging and committing to a challenge, I need to be more on the right. So that's an example of like things to improve in terms of like challenge awareness. Now that I'm aware of these things, like he and I talked about today, I can actually spot those mistakes more and be more accurate with, which also is going to help me improve, because when I can see those mistakes better and kind of not just like brain dead the play, I'll do better, and over time that improvement will come. So these are mistakes that will over time continue to diminish as long as that awareness is consistent. That being said, if you want me to review your games, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed watching this video, I'd like to ask you to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Speedy Man out.